My pet rabbit and the earthquake. There was a period in my life when, for various reasons, I stopped going to school. Looking back now, I think, what was I doing? But at the time, I cried every single day. All I thought about was dying. I didn't trust anyone. I stopped talking to my family. I stopped talking to friends. Seeing me like that, my parents got me a rabbit. At first I pushed her away. She's just going to die anyway, I thought, and then I'll be alone again. But she was the first one to warm up to me. Really, genuinely warm up to me, and slowly, without meaning to, I fell in love with her. Whenever I was crying alone in my room, she would start gnawing at her cage. She was in a different room. There was no way she could have known, but every time, without fail, she knew. When I let her out, she'd stretch up on her hind legs, press herself against me, and lick the tears from my face. She was everything to me. This one won't betray me, I used to think. But she died, of old age, just as they do. The day after she died, I was asleep when it happened. March the 11th, 2011, 2:46 in the afternoon. The Great East Japan earthquake. I lived in one of the areas that was hit hardest. I was home alone that day. When the shaking started, I wasn't alarmed at first. I remember thinking, here we go again. But then I felt something soft against my cheek, something warm and impossibly familiar. That unmistakable fuzz. It can't be. I shot upright. I didn't believe in ghosts. I never had. But she was there, right in front of me. I called her name without thinking, threw off the covers, and leapt out of bed. And in that exact moment, the enormous heavy bookshelf beside my feet came crashing down where I'd been lying. A second later and it would have killed me. I was shaking so hard I could barely stand. And then she bolted out into the hallway, toward the front door. Everything around me was falling, crashing. I grabbed the cardboard box with her body in it, I hadn't buried her yet, and ran after her in bare feet. She was in the corridor outside the apartment, running ahead of me like she was saying follow me, racing down the stairs. I chased her as fast as I could all the way to the ground floor. When the neighbors came out and gathered around me asking if I was okay, she was gone. She saved me. I know she did. Even now, I can still feel it, that strange, warm, impossibly soft sensation against my cheek.